Hey guys, welcome back. Orbom here, bringing you day 2. Now I know we're starting in the very middle of this match, but I didn't click the record button until like turn 2, or this is after my second turn. So you were playing against Combos Aussie, and this is gonna be round 8. We're gonna do exactly what we did last time. You guys seem to have liked that video, so hey, drop a like if you have not already. I mean, we had a really good setup, as you can see, against Combos Aussie. This is everything I could ask for. I'm not gonna lie to you. But hey, while you're here, drop a like for a chance to win a couple of codes thanks to our lovely sponsors at Guardian Gaming. I still have about 40-50 Rebel Clash codes I can give away. So drop a like and answer the comment question of the day, which is going to be we've had a lot of different decks win. We just entered a Pikaram era, and now Combos Aussie is doing really well. Out of all these good decks right now, what do you think is currently the best deck? Because we had I think it was 4 Combos Aussians in top 8, and 1 Dragapult, 1 Pikaram, and something else I don't remember. I think it was Mill. What do you guys think is the best deck in the format? Now, obviously, it's a really hard question because there's really not a definitive answer right now. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and you can win a couple codes. Who knows, right? Anyways, day 2, or this is not day 2, second part of day 1. This was actually at my buddy's house, so I had a little. It's really strange, right? I went to my friend's house so I would have more time to be able to focus on playing the game, so I wouldn't be at home. But I was also at my buddy's house, so we were messing around. We were having a good time. So it's give and take, right? There was one. I don't remember what game it was. I don't actually remember if it was day 1 or day 2, but there was definitely one game where I just lost because I wasn't paying attention, and it was really embarrassing. But shout outs to this man benching all these Jirachis, giving me even more prizes. So I can win in like 2 or 3 more attacks. He's gonna take a knockout here though, but well, potentially take a knockout, of course. I mean, there's always a small, insignificant chance that he might not. He's gonna take recoil here from the Horror Energy. No Giant Bomb yet. Although Giant Bomb is I'm so ready for post rotation, bro, because I can drop Giant Bomb from the list because Baby Cephalon's gonna suck, and that's gonna make me excited because I don't like Giant Bomb. Although then like post rotation hits, and then we have Eternatus, and I gotta figure out how to deal with that, which pretty much seems impossible, which might just push this deck out of the format. But we'll have to see, because Eternatus is looking pretty good. Which I can't wait to start doing tabletop matches with the new decks, because I can do that anytime now, because we've seen the entire set pretty much. But there's also like a Mew card, there's also a Slowbro V that we're getting, but more importantly there's Mew, and like Mew cards are generally pretty good, so I don't want to start testing until I see what insane tech this Mew card is going to give us. For all I know, it could be a way to copy VMAX Pokemon with a lot of HP that can deal with Eternatus. Who knows, right? Who heckin' knows? But for now, I might do some. Let me know. Do you guys want me to do tabletop matchups? Because I know some people don't even care about watching them until the set gets a lot closer to release, and the set is not coming out till August 14th. So, I mean, pre-releases, they start coming out at I guess the 1st of August at that point. But that's a whole month away until pre-releases start. So it's still early, but I can still I can record a bunch of games. I just have to contact my buddies, see if they're available to do it. But yeah, I attacked, hit him for 170, knocked out Jirachi. Literally just need to have this boss's order in my hand to win the game. So this thing having a lot of HP is pretty good. Dude, I was actually looking at some of the top 8 deck lists. Bro, there's so many Crushing Hammer builds out there. I think the top 2 Dragapult decks in the tournament, they were playing 4 Crushing Hammers, which is to me crazy, because I played Crushing Hammer at first and I just didn't like it. Maybe it's just because I'm bad at flipping, who knows. But we got the boss's orders for game, so easy game 1, pretty short. That's another reason why I really like playing Dragapult, especially at tournaments, is because the game plans are simple. It doesn't take too much thought, but Dragapult does have a really high skill ceiling, so there's that. We're playing against my first Pikaram, so this is the reason I built my whole deck playing against a bunch of Pikarams, and it took me until round 9 to find my first Pikaram of the day, which is annoying to me because I played so much tech. The whole reason why I'm playing Malolana is because I'm playing Pikaram, right? Our opening hand's pretty good, but we did lead the Dene for the first time today, which sucks. But it's fine, whatever. Luckily he benched Viridian for us, so we can actually get an energy without having to worry too much. I guess we're just probably gonna play the research here just to continue getting more Pokemon down. But yeah, look, I play Power Plant, Wobbuffet, And I can get Wobbuffet right now, actually, which is probably should be my play, honestly. I should have got Wobbuffet immediately, because I can still research here. Hopefully I can draw into something. Yeah, I can get Wobbuffet right now if I want to. Nothing's really stopping me. I don't know why I'm not doing it. I'm just going to get some energy so I have an easier time with this Jirachi. Orbom, if you can hear me from the past, get rid of that Feeny and grab a Wob. There we go. Good, I did do that. All right, I'm at least somewhat competent as a player. Marnie is here. But yeah, dude, I play so much tech for Pikarom, but because the Pikarom matchup is so hard, I guess because of like how good my hand is and how he didn't do anything last turn, and the fact that I have Wob, and the fact that I have Power Plant down, I don't think I need Marnie that much. He has to be playing either Marnies or Stamps because I didn't play Treasure. That's the cool thing. Once again, I said this last time. Oh, of course he has the immediate bounce. I said this last time, but just the fact that I can look at my opponent's deck list means that I have a much easier time making decisions. Like, oh, I can pretty much grab anything into my hand to thin my deck a little bit more, so that I can not drawn to these cards, or I can be afraid of playing my treasures or stuff like that because he could just shuffle it back into the deck and then I wouldn't get it, or Marnie it and then I guarantee wouldn't draw into at least that copy. But yeah, dude, a Big Charm is annoying. Something worth considering is playing Tool Scrapper just to deal with Big Charm. One thing I really tried for a long time was playing Shrine. I'd rather like take my Dedenne. I don't want him to hit anything else. If he has to hit something, hit the Dedenne, but not the Wob. The Wob's got to stay. The Wob is just a threat, especially since Bolton exists. He can get 2 more energies on the board, which is too much damage sometimes. Just a look. I don't really have to grab this energy. Yeah, we can get rid of one of these, evolve, and hopefully attack this turn. We need to find one of our switches. There's 2 switches, and I don't play Skateboard anymore, but there's 2 switches left in the deck, so hopefully we can draw into it. Put this anywhere, probably on that, because that kind of solidifies it to a KO. No switches unless there's no switches. I just have to deal. And yeah, we're just gonna have to deal this turn. Hopefully not get knocked out, but we most likely are. But there's a chance he whiffs an Electro Power or something. Just debating if I want to bench this Dragapult. It almost feels kind of pointless. So oh yeah, I remember I made this play because I was hoping I would bluff him into thinking like, oh, if I play this Fion now, he might think I have a switch and he doesn't want to make this thing active because if I hit it, that's bad. So in my head, I was thinking he's going to go into Zeraora or like, you know, Dedenne and not Pikarom, but he just went hard into Pikarom. I was really trying to hard bluff him into me getting a switch there and just hitting this Pikarom right now. Because if I hit the Pikarom first, that's really bad for my opponent. So the fact that he made that play, I mean, I guess he either read my bluff or just was so he read my bluff or he didn't think about it, because he has a Zeraora right back there with an Escape Board, I think. So like, why? I don't know why he does this. You can have the Zigzagoon though. Like, I don't need the Zigzagoon. I guess because he can just GX attack me at any time, which is fair, I guess. He doesn't need to knock out this Dedenne right now. Although usually the GX attack of choice is going to be, in this matchup at least, is what I find to be the Raichu. Because Raichu just hits a lot of damage, so even if I heal a little bit, I can get out of range. Marnie is good. Hit this thing. And the deck usually sets up a Raichu as well. I could try to put that in range. I mean, it would take a few extra hits because it's 23 as opposed to just 20. 200 HP instead of 230, you know what I mean. And, yeah, usually the deck just sets up Raichu because the paralysis is the most annoying thing in the world. It's not something I want to talk about right now, but one thing I have noticed, dude, take the Dedenne, bro. Or I can just go into the other Dragapult because he's going to hit a Dragapult anyways this turn, right? If he didn't play the Fion. So it works out in the end. It's not that bad. Okay, but anyways, what I was saying was, it's not something I want to talk about too much right now, but one thing in the deck list I want to change for future tournaments is probably play like a 4th switch, because I play 3 right now, but 4, because of how often I can sometimes get stuck against, even with like 2 mana Lana and 3 switch, because I don't play the Escape Board anymore, I'm still playing like 1 less card to get me out of the situation. I'm debating if I want to play a switch here just to like deny the knockout, but I do like the idea of him hitting into my 2 horror energies. So I'm just going to let him do that. Because if he attacks me with the Bolton right now, he's gonna take 4 recoil damage, which will put him in range of knockout now. Because he'll have exactly 130 HP left. So he's gonna want to not hit the active, which doesn't look like he can, unless he gets a Great Catcher here and knocks out the Dedenne instead. But if he attacks me right now with this dude, he's gonna get himself knocked out. So That's my mentality. We got into a Marnie again, which is nice. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. With this Dedenne on the bench, though, it's always risky. Leading Dedenne is the worst. But, you know, it happens. That's why I only play a 1-of now, though. Because I thought Dedennes way too many when I played 2. Way too much when I played 2. He is going to start energy switching and attacking me with Coco, which is very scary, especially since I can't do anything about it. But he also whiffs a knockout here, which is phenomenal for me. Now, I can just feel in here and pretty much knock anything out except for the Zero Aura, which... I mean, like, it might be worth, but at the same time, I don't think it changes anything. I could just put all the damage counters onto the Zero Aura just to make sure I guarantee a knockout next turn. Or I could just put them on the Dene, or not the Dene, Jirachi, and just win the game off a Jirachi knockout. So it's a tough call. Just having a Horror Energy on the bench one is pretty good, though, just to add recoil damage if I need to. So that's why we did that. Yeah, that put that thing in range. So we can easily win next turn because we just put... Well, you know what I should have done actually that turn? Oh, that was really silly of me actually. I should have put all 5 damage counters on the Jirachi, because that way I can guarantee game next turn by attacking and putting 5 damage counters on the board, 2 on Jirachi, 3 on Coco. So maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I am still worried about that Boltund. If he doesn't attack into me, I put 2 more damage counters on him because that Boltund is such a threat to me. It's the only other thing that can attack anyways, at least right now. So I still think the play is fine. But if he, like, say that he, like, pulls up my other Dragapult and attacks me with that Boltund instead of the Coco, he'll take that 2 more damage counters and they'll be put in range of a knockout, and then I can still knock out Jirachi. So regardless of what happens here, I'm still going to take 3 prizes as long as he doesn't bench anything new and attacks me with that, or make Zero Aura active, right? So I think the play was fine. Not to mention I still have access to Great Catcher and stuff like that, so I could have pulled up the Dene if I needed to. But yeah, he's just going to scoop because he knows he just loses to an attack next turn. So onward to the next game, but I have a lot of dead time here, so I'm actually going to spend some time talking. Thank you guys for all the support in the videos. I know lately, like, the videos have been getting a lot less views, just, you know, trying to appease the YouTube algorithm. I decided to start uploading at 11 a.m. CST as opposed to the 9 a.m. CST, just because I was reading some things, and it turns out that's when the most traffic, that's when YouTube gets the most traffic in the morning time. And I prefer uploading in the morning because that means I can look at my stats the rest of the whole day and figure out, like, what to do differently. So if you guys can do me a favor, support the videos, like, share, all that good jazz. It really does help me. I know I've been doing a lot more Twitch streams than YouTube videos, but I just think, just because of the state of YouTube, I think that's the right decision. But I do still want to upload videos for you guys, especially stuff like this that I can just keep forever. It's not just good for you, but it's good for me to watch back later. But anyways, we should be getting to the next game here in a second. At any time now. There we go. Looks like we're in the middle of a peak round, so I just finished my turn 1. Or this is my turn 1, but I went second, right? So yeah, once again, not all these games have the very, very first few turns, which is not really a big deal. It's just sometimes the games start and I'm rushing to start the game and I forget to hit start recording. This is why PCO needs, like, a replay section, right? Like, all these other just, like, card game sites have areas where you can, like, look at the replay of the game. I don't know why PC Judo doesn't have that. Just give me the option to save my replay, bro. The game was interesting. If I could save replays, you know how much more content we would have? I wouldn't have to commentate over I wouldn't have to do live videos all the time. Live videos are really annoying to do because, like, I have to set up. But if I could just like go while going to bed, play like 2 or 3 games, and then, like, save the replays for those games, stitch them together, fast forward the video so you wouldn't have to watch like a 40-minute video. It could be like a nice quick 15-20 minute video. That'd be so sick. Pokemon, you have all this time. We ain't going out. Make your site better. Like, just do the thing. Oh, also we got Wobbuffet down turn 1, which is good for us. I didn't realize that until just now. But do the thing. Make your website better, bro. We all love playing Pokemon, and we want PCGO to be worth something. Add a rank system, like a real ranking system, so there's some incentive to do well instead of, like, mess around like I do all the time. Make first of all, and then the most important thing, just for, like, a YouTuber standpoint, is that we play these tournaments, bro, and, like, we just, I record my games for the life of me. It is such a pain to record my games because PC Joe is such a heavy program for no reason at all. Like, you can, like, whenever, right now I'm recording And like my fan is barely going off, right? Because like I have some things open. I got like the video playing in Premiere. I got Audition recording my audio. I have a few apps open that I don't want to lose because I'm doing stuff after this. But dude, when I have PTCGO open by itself, it's like 5 times harder to work than all my apps I have currently open working at the same time. It's actually insane. Like my fan goes off really loud randomly. I had to download like separate extensions just to make sure my fan doesn't spin as like aggressively all the time. It's ridiculous, man. PCGO, it's really sad how little effort Pokemon put into this game. Like it's not like this doesn't make them money. They put codes in the packs. People spend money on codes. Just make the program better. We're not asking for that much. Just become competent. That's all we want. This is a very like as much fun and as pretty as PCGO is, because like the game like physically looks or visually looks okay. It's not like an ugly looking game. It's not the best, but it's not ugly or anything. It's pretty nice, but it's just visually is like that's boring. We want actual like stuff. We want things that make this game look good. I guess I choose the Denene here. Also, this time I got water. Probably because like it's because I was looking for a switch. I really want to find a switch here. And this is what I mean by I really need a 4th switch in this deck because I whiffed my switching options and that hurts a lot. So we're going to get knocked out here and that's really, really bad for me. Because whiffing an attack against Pikarom is terrible. But you also did not find Malolana, which is the other card we found it, but obviously we found it after playing research. We had 2 outs there. I even put Malolana in this deck specifically for Pikarom and no other matchup. Because you can put a giant bomb on your active, right? Which will stop them from hitting you for more than usually 150, sometimes 160, right? They'll do their best to not hit 180 or higher because you have a giant bomb attached. They don't want to take that recoil. So because they hit so little, you get to actually Malolana and get rid of most of that damage, which is a really good combo for Dragon Ball because that means they have to work a lot harder to take a knockout on you the following turn. It's still possible, but they have to use a lot more resources, work a lot harder. And if you have Power Plant down, that's a lot more difficult for them to do because a lot of their drawing is based off using the Dene. Here he's just going to Gust up, I think, and then GX and knock out my bench Dragon Ball. I think that's what I would do, right? Like probably pull up the... I guess he doesn't have to pull up anything. He can just knock out the Dene. Yeah, so he's going to take 5 prizes here. Oh, he didn't GX, never mind. Oh, because he's 1 energy short. Lol. Well, this sucks for us regardless. I'm in a very bad position because he got that paralysis. I don't think I'm going to win this game. I still have 2 more losses, right? So, like, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, including this game, there's only 4 more games left. So, 2 of these games have to be L's, right? Oh, also, I remember this is the part where I won a game. I think it was actually last game. Oh, dude, I want to give a huge shout out to Limitless because I was super stressed the entire tournament, right? I want to keep that Malolana because he's going to attack me potentially, and I want to be able to heal it, right? So I was super stressed around this tournament because I think it was round 8 or round 9. It was either the first game that we saw today or the second game, right? And where I tried to report my time, or tried to report my win, and for whatever reason, it didn't report. And this happened twice. It happened also at the last round too, round 13, right? So because of the fact that I wasn't able to report round 8 or 9 as a win, that means that if I lost one more game, I was out of the tournament. I was out of day 2. I was so stressed playing the rest of these games because I was like, oh no. Because I believe, spoiler, that I think I lose this game. I'm not sure though, because I can still win. Like if I get, for instance, if I get like enough, well, I would need a lot actually. No, I wouldn't. If I get 2 scoop up nets, I can just attack the Raichu for game. So maybe I don't lose this game. Regardless, there is one game I lose, and that one game was just like, oh god, I have to win every other matchup. Or wait a minute, yeah, because I had, because a tie in Limitless counts as a loss. I'm sorry that I'm so scatterbrained right now. I just got off work, but I lost that one game off screen. I lost. Oh yeah, that's right. I lost the Mewtwo matchup at the end of the last. At the end of the last video, right? And then I quote unquote lost one of the previous rounds that you saw me winning, right? So because of that loss, oh, this is great. Now all I have to do is find 2. All I have to do now is find 2 super scoop ups. All right, cool. And I lost that game versus Oh, there's one. Now we just gotta find one more. That's beautiful. Hello, yeah, dude, just Orbom, what are you doing? You gotta do it. You just gotta do it, homie. I choose not to. I could play the research. Oh, maybe I didn't want to deck out. Why didn't I do that? Actually, you know what? Maybe I just didn't have enough scoop up nets left in the deck. Because I feel like that play I would have seen. Well, regardless, yeah, maybe I didn't lose this game. Maybe I did win it. Well, regardless. Yeah, so I would have had I had 3 losses, quote unquote, at this point. 2 legitimate losses and 1 tie that should have been a win. So if I get 1 more loss, oh, I did win. Sick. Okay, never mind. This is the game. This is where I played against, I don't remember who it was. Somebody in Team OmniPoke that wasn't Joe. I can actually look it up real quick because I have it on my Evernote. But this is the game. This is the most embarrassing game of the day for me. So I had 3 losses, right? I can't have another 2 losses. I can have 1 more loss, and I can still make it, but I can't have 2. So I was really, really scared this whole tournament about getting another loss because I called the moderator the first time and they said, "Well, we can't do anything about it, right?" But I talked to some of the Limitless people afterwards, specifically the main dude, David Hochman. I like him a lot. He's a really nice guy. But I played again. I talked to David Hodgman. He got me all sorted out, so I ended with a 10-3 record. So the 2 losses the 2 ties that shouldn't have been ties ended up becoming wins. I don't know why it happened twice, which made me think it wasn't me, but it still could have been me. I shouldn't deny that it couldn't be me. But I'm actually really interested in watching this game because I messed up somewhere, and I kind of know where I messed up, and I want to know exactly what I could have done differently. But this is Joel Deluxe. I'm playing against Joel Deluxe today, and I'm really excited because I like playing OmniPoke. It actually got me kind of nervous because, like, I'm a fan of OmniPoke. Even though I kind of feel like a lot of people that watch OmniPoke don't like me, but that's just something. That's just insecurities on my end. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan of these guys. I like watching their content. So to me, I'm really excited. He didn't play down the Coco Prism, although it's in the loss zone. I don't know. Oh, I know why I did this. Yeah, so I could reuse Jirachi before I lost my whole hand. That's right. Okay, no, there's definitely method to my madness. Because I'm gonna play research here anyways. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. I can thin the deck by 1 using the spinner, but he does play Marnies and stuff, so maybe I don't want to do that. Get rid of all. I got too many Jirachis there. We can dump one of them, put in a Rangaroo down. All right, so we can grab Marnie for next turn. It's not bad. I could have grabbed the switch to use Jirachi again, but there's not really anything I'm looking for right now. I mean, we already have the whole. Oh, Power Plant's good, but like we pretty much have the board set up the way we want. We got 2 Dragon Balls down, Energy attached, Dragon Ball VMAX in our hand, 2 Jirachis. We got everything. We just don't have a draw supporter. So, yeah, having a Marnie there would have been nice. But because we have a second Jirachi, we should be pretty okay. Pikaram's in the back though. We didn't get any attacks off yet. Going second against Pikaram is never like that good either. You want to go first, you can attack immediately with like your strongest attack. But we can make do with this. We'll be alright. But yeah, definitely am interested in playing more switches. I really want to cut the Malolana, but Malolana actually does help against Pikaram. And Malolana does help against Combo Zacian. Now that Combo Zacian is powerful, right? Because they hit you for 230, you heal. That means you only have, what is that, 110 damage on you? Is that right? And then 110 plus another 230 is still knockout. So it doesn't help at all, actually. I lied. I was thinking about it in ADP sense, because I know it doesn't help against ADP, but I guess if they hit you twice for 230. Is that right? Yeah, right? It has to be right. Yeah, because it's 3. Yeah, that's right. It does take a knockout. So never mind. It's not useful at all. I actually hate Malolana as a card. What can I say? We'll get this Malolana because I know Malolana is good in this matchup, and I want to preserve it as much as possible. Especially now that we have the Giant Bomb, because that avoids him from hitting us for too much damage. We can get double VMAX here so he doesn't gust that up and take a knockout, and we can just attack here. And we have the Malolana in hand, so we should be pretty okay to just like set things up. I don't know why I put 3 damage counters on the Pikaram. I was probably thinking about Giant Charm, but if it's Giant Charm, I only have to put 1 damage counter on the Pikaram, so I'm not exactly sure why I put 3. Maybe it's because I'm thinking about putting like even more damage on it, or in case he like, oh, I know what I'm doing. It's because in case he attacks me with the other Pikaram on the bench, he'll put 120 damage counters on himself. So, or even if he has a Giant Bomb, even if he has a giant charm, I should still be able to take a revenge knockout as long as I get a few. Like I have to get an extra turn. No, I won't have to get an extra turn. I'm just saying if he procs giant bomb, he'll put 120 damage on the counters on himself, putting him in range. But then even if he gets a giant charm attached, he's still in range, right? So I should have only put 2 damage counters on him as opposed to 3. But that I'm sure that was my mentality, right? And as you can see, if he does proc the giant bomb here, it comes into play. The other fear is that Bolton, because that Bolton can ramp up damage. And here's where like my inexperience testing against Pikarom, and this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the first video, comes into play, right? Because I was talking about how I put in all these techs against Pikarom because I didn't get a chance to test this deck, test out all these new cards I put into this deck as much as I would like. I was hoping to get like 4 or 5 streams in where I play for like 2 or 3 hours Dragapult, but because of work and everything like that, I was only able to stream like once that week. So I didn't get nearly as much testing as I would like. So against Pikarom, I really want to know if playing these techs are worth. And also against Pikarom, I'm like, looking at this hand, I'm just like, okay, what should I do here? I should Marnie. That's what I should be doing. But because of the Malolana play I was talking about, I'm like really, I'm really tunnel visualing this this Malolana play. Now I can attach, retreat. So I'm tunnel visualing this because I can do damage and put things in range, right? But now, because of all that tunnel visualing with Malolana, which is the problem, which is something I mentioned in the last video but never really elaborated on, my issue that I have is that I tunnel vision really hard sometimes. And that usually comes from exhaustion. I mean, this is round 11. I'm pretty tired at this point. And I did not even think about the Bolton coming in and attacking me. And because I didn't take a knockout, there's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 energies on the board, and he used Electro Power. So that's already like, what, 27, I think is the damage? So 300 damage. He already takes a knockout just off the Bolton alone, and I didn't even think about that. So I should have been playing other cards. Maybe Marnie, maybe just gusting anything else up. But yeah, this is really bad because like, what am I supposed to do now? I have nothing to do. I have no energies attached to my thing. I know I'm going to top deck a boss's orders, which doesn't really help me. But we have no energy in hand. We got one luckily, but now he only has to attack me twice, and then he just wins the game, which is terrible for me. We need something else for next turn. We did not get it. I'm probably gonna have to switch just to preserve this Jirachi because I can't lose this Jirachi right now. Stamp him down to 2, and hopefully he can't do anything, and hopefully we can top deck some sort of draw supporter off this Jirachi, and then a switch card as well so that we can attack again. But we really need to start attacking. And here he can just GX for games, and I didn't even think of it because he's the only player I ran into today that played attack switch. I didn't even think about it. So yeah, he just GXs for game, and we just lost that game hard, and that was really embarrassing on my part. So yeah, I remember thinking in this game like, oh, I didn't even think about Bolton because Bolton is still so new. I didn't get nearly as much testing against Pikarom as I would like, so that wasn't in the forefront of my mind. Which sucked, because I was playing really well this entire tournament, bar the very first game, which, by the way, still 7 in the morning. So, I went from playing really well in the game to making that really critical misplay that just cost me the game. Like, obviously, I could have done something else and attach that energy, and that's the big thing, right? I could have just attached that energy to the benched Dragapult VMAX instead of the Jirachi to switch it, and that means I would have at least been a turn. I would have at least been able to attack and knock out that Bolton next turn, even if he took a knockout on me, or knock out the Pikarom, which would have gotten rid of 3 energies off the board. So there was a lot I could have done there, right? And that Malolana play was by far the worst play, and I didn't see it until just then. So it makes me upset, but you live and learn. For the future, for sure, because oof boy, that was the most embarrassing play of the day for me, for sure. That the Dene play was something, but the Dene play was just, you know, I could chalk that up to like exhaustion. Like I can kind of chalk up making that, like I can kind of chalk up tunnel visioning to like being tired from playing all day, being like at my friend's house, stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, there's really little excuse for just like a solid misplay like that. You know what I mean? So I'm embarrassed, but we have to bounce back. But like the problem with that embarrassment is now it leads to the point where I literally can't lose any more games or I'm out of the tournament, right? So I can't lose these next 2 games. And it's stressful because these games are difficult. We're playing against Mill for the first time. And if Mill lands enough hammers, it's just GG's. Like I literally can't beat Mill if they don't play enough hammers. If they land enough hammers, I mean. Like literally nothing I can do. And then they have Articuno, and Articuno is its own problem. But this game against Mill is the most hilarious game ever. Because like I said, man, it is definitely getting late. And I don't know if I've misplayed as much as like it's just hard to deal with this deck sometimes. He benches his own power plant, so I can't play mine down. I bench a Oranguru. I really shouldn't be benching a Oranguru in this matchup because it forces me to play a switch when I don't want to, or a scoop up net. When I really don't want to. Keeping as many boss's orders in the deck as possible is strong, and we have 2 in hand now, which sucks. Now, there's 2 things to be afraid of. Mars, getting rid of the card in my hand, which could potentially be a boss's orders, like that. Or, Belelba, which can get rid of boss's orders on top of my deck. Oh god. He got it. He got it. It sucks. Dealing with Crushing Hammer is so terrible in the mirror match. A lot of people don't play the Crushing Hammers anymore, which I personally don't think are that good. Obviously in Mill it's good, right? Like we're not talking about in the mirror matchup. I can just hit this thing for 10 damage, which is somewhat relevant, especially since we don't have a special energy attached. Ooh, Discord is doing its thing. Let me make sure I mute Discord. Mute channels, and mute channels, and mute this for sure. Oh, it's already muted apparently. Sick. All right. Anyways, something happened in the thing, and the game, and we're just trying to hit this dude. And I'm trying to avoid playing the special energy because he can Faba the special energy. But you know, obviously, there's going to be a point where I can't avoid it too much. Cinchino's finally around, so yeah, I'm just trying to attack, and he's trying to deny me from attacking. It's just standard Mill shenanigans. And I don't know if there's like ways I could have played this game better outside of like not. And there's a Crushing Hammer again. Like here's the main reason why I could play this game better. Oranguru is such a problem. Like having it on the board sucks for me because I have to I can't just attach and retreat, right? Which is something I can do later, but like obviously only after I've set up this dude. But because like it's a special energy now, I'm even more worried because Faba exists, but he has a 1-card hand, so hopefully he doesn't get it. Obviously he has trade at his disposal. Man, my hand is like just okay. We didn't get any switching cards, which is terrible, but whatever. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, because I don't want this dude active. Like, I'd rather him have a doll active than Jirachi, because Jirachi means he has 5 more outs. So yeah, we're gonna, even though like he can put the doll away, at least that gets it off the board, right? Definitely do not want Jirachi active if I can avoid it. Now he has 2 make dues, so that's pretty scary. Really hoping he does not get Faba, because if he doesn't get Faba, then I have a chance to finally start attacking next turn, which would be pretty good. Attacking is fun. But this man is digging through his deck. There's an escape board. It's not a Faba. He can retreat. Zacian comes down, and Intrepid Sword. So we have a chance to attack finally. Now we just have to find it. I don't know if I should Marnie here, but I guess I should. We gotta switch, that's what matters. I'm kind of preserving the cards in my hand because at least like if I play these cards, that's fine. Like it's not the end of the world, but we can start putting damage on the board. That's exciting. So exciting. Oh, look at that sweet damage. So we put the cards that we don't need on top of our deck because they can be Belelba, which is, it's looking like he's about to be at that point where he's going to start using Belelba. But look, he's running pretty low cards in his deck. We're about the same number, right? So I'm trying to play the slow game myself, preserving cards in my hand, not just throwing them away when I don't need to. And going from there. Oh, we get a knock out Jirachi if we don't get a boss's orders. We're going to do this because we want him to have a small hand size. No boss's orders, but that's fine. We're just gonna Prime Wisdom, maybe get one. Nope. Although even we got one, he already played Marnie, doesn't matter. We can knock out Jirachi though, which is 5 less search cards for him, which is good for us. Even though he has trades, we can start knocking out trade boys here in a second. Excuse me. When my hand size is pretty big, I don't have to worry about Mars as much. But here's Lieutenant Surge, Cynthia Caitlin. He's probably gonna find a Faba. Which sucks. And we're gonna lose our special energy, but luckily we do have a spinner in hand, so we can get ourselves an energy that way. So that's pretty good. So we can still attack. Hitting this thing for the 2 KO is really good as well, because we get to knock out one of the Cinchinos and then put this dude in range. No point using this Fion right now, but I do want to bench it in case he gets rid of it. We have double switch in hand, so I guess I can start doing this because I don't really have a follow-up play for next turn. So this is not like the worst play in the world. Although I probably should have kept that I don't know why I did that. I probably should have just played the switch and kept the Rangru in my hand. Like picked up the use the scoop net on a Rangru. Because I'm at that point where like I really don't want him to be gusting up a Rangru anymore. But hey, things are looking pretty good. If we can somehow take 3 prizes next turn with like a double scoop up play or something like that against a Jirachi, then we just win the game. So that's the game plan now. We just have to tech 2 more times. So usually the matchup is not that bad versus Mill. It can just sometimes be annoying. And here comes the Mars shenanigans. And so he has hit the combo. The combo is here, ladies and gentlemen. The combo is here. He got it. 0 card hand. No energies on my Dragapult. I'm terrified. But if you look carefully at the board, my new game plan is, hey, he only has 14 cards left in his deck. What if we deck out Mill? And that's what I'm going to be going for the rest of this game. Because I have enough energies to where I can still set up to attack as long as he doesn't land too many things. He doesn't have a Ranguru down, which is great for us. I'm going to hold on to this because, like, I mean, I want to find... This is a tough turn, right? Because I can't play both Power Plant and Sky Pillar, so I have to wait 1 turn so I can put Power Plant back on top of my deck and then use the Dene. But I need to start finding energies, and I'm at a pretty safe point right now where like he's not gonna deck me out even if I like play the Dene. And he can't afford to play Belba right now because he'll deck himself out. So I don't think I have to worry so much about Belba plays anymore. And he has so many Pokemon that I can very easily knock out, as well as his like Articuno, which I can gust up at any point if I want to. We can put that back on top, hopefully draw something useless. Oh, Zigzagoon is not bad. We can at least, yeah, we can at least do that. And then we're just going to Dene, get rid of this Oranguru finally. Still no energies, which is whack, but not really much we can do about that. I guess we just go into Jirachi here. Energy Spinner? We should have 1 more energy left in the deck, so I probably should play the Energy Spinner, right? Let's see if I have the last energy. Yeah, okay, guess we do. And we have 2 more horror energies, so we can still attack for sure if we need to. But like, we're just gonna take the slow game here. Play this Malana, keep digging. Oh, crap. Grass Grab Research, yeah. Just so we can draw next turn if we need to. He has 5 cards up in this deck. He can't do many more trade-ins or he's just gonna lose. Does he have a way to shuffle draw? That is the next question. There's Make Do. He doesn't have a Ranguru. He hasn't made a Ranguru active yet to shuffle things back in the deck. He does have this, so he can put 4 cards back this way. But like, if a Ranguru becomes active, we just knock out the Ranguru, right? And he can't do anything about that because he just played his Rod. Power Plant being gone sucks. Like, it does suck. But we don't need to spread damage anymore to win the game. We literally just need to knock out this Ranguru active and then knock out the Zacian on the bench to win the game. He has 1 card left in his deck. He already attached return, so he can't shuffle cards back. We still got the research. Pick doesn't matter. We can shuffle the deck with this treasure and then use Jirachi if we need to. But we just need to find energies, right? So we should probably use Jirachi last. At this point, thinning the deck is the priority because he can never use Balaba. We got the energy, but we don't have a way to switch. So maybe this will find us a way to switch. So we can take this knockout here. We're going to go ahead and just bounce back because hitting anything will win us the game for the most part. He can just give us another Ranguru. He can give us the the trade-in Make Do. Yeah, it is Make Do, right? He can give us the Cinchino that has damage counters on it. Regardless, all the game plan here is to put just damage counters on the Articuno, right? So we can gust up the Articuno per game. Whether it's through Great Catcher or with the boss's orders. And then we're also doing our best to like make sure we have 5 cards in our deck too. So I'm gonna do this just to shuffle because I don't want to lose the Fion if he does elbow me. But yeah, we have to make sure we have at least 5 cards in our deck so we don't lose this turn. But if he can't put things back into his deck, he loses the game. So there's Belelba. But because there's like we said earlier, because we have like, or I guess it was 4, not 5, but there we go. We managed to win somehow. We decked out Mill, which is hilarious to me. Surprised he didn't go into a Ranguru, but because we were using Fion, his only one with energy is gone. So we somehow managed to win that game, which was a game we probably shouldn't have won. But here we are, winning that game. So I have some downtime here to talk. Actually, I think I'm just going to cut this part out. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back for the next game and the last game for day for day one. So this is the game where I was the most nervous. I literally could not lose this game or I don't make day two, as far as I know. The Limitless people did fix the things, but they weren't able to fix it until like day two ended. To day one ended, I mean. So I wasn't able to really talk to them. So in my head, I was like, well, if I don't win this game, there's no way I'm making day two, which sucks. So lots of pressure right now. Opening hand is not bad, but we are going second versus Blacephalon. And of course, after like the first 4 or 5 games with Blacephalon, it has to end with Blacephalon. There's too much Blacephalon today in this tournament. But it all is based off of, we had a pretty decent record versus Blacephalon. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad either. Actually, it was pretty good, right? I think we only lost against one Blacephalon player. I take it back, it was pretty good. So we have a pretty decent record. I think it was like we played 1-2, Blissey, another one, and then another one off camera. So against the 5 Blacephalon decks we played against, we managed to beat 4 of them. Now we do have a lot of we have a lot of supporters in our hand, for sure. Not really sure why I go to the bosses. Oh, because bosses orders I barely use in this matchup anyways. I usually just manage to knock out whatever's in front of me, and then I use Fion and force knockouts. So like against this matchup, I barely ever use boss orders. Maybe like 1. As long as I have Great Catcher though, I should be okay. It'd be nice to have bosses orders for the Zacian though, but I didn't want to lose any of my draw support, I guess. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Checking my energy count. We have an energy in hand. Oh, probably also checking like what like non-GX attackers I have as well. This is it. What are we gonna grab? I think he plays Victini Prism, but I'm not really worried about that until late game. We have the Feeny. We have both Giant Bombs. We have, I think, only 1 Power Plant. Rangru here to preserve a draw supporter, I guess. Oh, I guess we're playing Research here. Really surprised as to why. I don't really know what I'm trying to accomplish here. Was I really digging for Power Plant? Oh, maybe it's because he didn't play Welder last turn or something? I'm not really sure. I don't remember. I actually don't remember what my mindset was playing this game. But, like, our hand is not bad. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think he's playing Scoop Up because I never grabbed Mr. Mime. So, like, we already had, like, the setup that we needed. We even have Horror Energy, but maybe what I'm trying to do is just dig as much as possible so I have the highest odds of finding Giant Bomb, because I definitely want to find Giant Bomb. Like, I definitely want to find VMAX too, but Giant Bomb is even more important than finding the VMAX. But he doesn't take a knockout here, so we just get a free Marnie, which is great. Especially if we can find, I think, yeah, I'm going to Marnie first. And if we can find Giant Bomb, this is actually kind of weird though. We found the Giant Bomb, so we can attack with the thing, yeah. As long as we can find Giant Bomb, I'm okay. Because we have the Scoop Net in hand. We have Great Catcher, which could be useful later. We don't have another Dragapult down, which could probably be problematic, but like not yet or anything. And we got the Giant Bomb anyway. So we got the VMAX as well. So shout outs to Rangru, being a pal. I'm just looking at his deck list, trying to figure out what I'm gonna play. I mean, I think it's better to preserve the Great Catcher, but I could also just get rid of the Wobbuffet. Or the Malilana. Malilana's probably best, because, like, I guess Great Catcher works. I guess because I have Power Plant down, I don't think... And he already lost his Heat Factor, right? So Power Plant's here to stay. He's probably never going to play a GX. That's what it is. He has no reason, because he has no other Stadium. You can bench the Wob because he does play Victini Prism, so we might as well bench it now. We just put all the damage cards on Zacian. He attacks me with Blacephalon on the bench. He just gets knocked out. Malilana is good for at least giving us outs with Jirachi, so Malilana is still useful just for that reason. Not to mention if he does attack me for less than damage, for less than 180, we can just heal a lot of it off with Malilana, which is good as well. So we have a lot of outs here. If he wants to just hit me for baby damage, which he might just do because he's not doing anything else. He's a 4-card hand. So he might just hit me for 150, and then I get the heal with Malilana, and then potentially attack again. But there's no oh, we have the switch too. So yes, we get to attack again, which is wonderful. So this is super sick. We get to put the Jirachi in range, Zacian almost in range. Boss's Orders is great for next turn, so we can just put. Oh yeah, this is amazing. We can we can even put this back on top of our deck so we don't lose it. Don't point energy spinning. Although it'd be really nice if I got not Boss's Orders and like a draw supporter instead. 1, 2, and then with the rest there. And all we need is 1 6 going to knock out the Zacian and win the game off of like pretty much win the game if he doesn't bench something else. We know one of his cards is Fire Energy, but he does get Jirachi, so quick ball. So we're not going to win the game quite yet. But we had a chance, and that's what matters. But anyways, yeah, this game is going pretty well for me, so I'm very happy. This is actually against a fan too, so shout out to you, bro. I don't remember your name that was on PC Joe, but hey, man, shout out to you. It was very. I mean, at this late of the day, I was very happy because I was already stressed out. So just the ability to play against a viewer made me happy in its own right. You can put this Bossasaurus back on top, grab an energy spinner, and I guess I mean, like, there's no reason for me not to instruct. Yeah, I guess just get another energy out of the deck. So now we're not going to top deck an energy. So, or at least we have a chance of not top decking an energy. We're going to whiff for the knockout here, but at least we got rid of his Jirachi. But he's just one damage counter away from getting knocked out. So if we can push something active and knock it out, then we win the game, which we have the Bossasaurus in hand to do so. So we should just win here. So GG, man. Well played. And we did end this tournament with a very strong win versus Bucephalon. So that is going to be the end of day one. My day one my day one ended up being really good. As you can see, like, the deck cooperated really well. I was very happy with the build so far. But little spoilers for day two. If you guys want to see Orbomb rage, if you want to see me rage with salt coming out of my ear holes, or if you want to see my opponents rage with salt coming out of their eye holes, I don't know. Watch the day two video because there's enough salt for, like, McDonald's, bro. It's ridiculous how much salt there is tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a very fun video to post commentate because, oh god, I'm already dreading it. Oh no. Hey guys, like the video, answer the comment question today, get yourself a couple of codes by doing all that stuff, and thank you for all the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow with sadness. Peace.